Hello traders, welcome back to my channel Intraday Master. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel, and all your love and support is very much thanked. Profit and loss for the month of January. Basically, I just want to share the graph and how many losses I made in the whole month. Over the past 6 months, from July to December, I've been trying to get off selling options and moving completely into buying options and following a proper strategy. The strategies that I have laid out for me. How do I stay away from compulsive trading? How do I manage my risk management? Am I going to be more strict on my discipline and outlook on the trades? So it wasn't an easy journey. It takes a lot of time to build the discipline. Since I have been in touch with my mentors, it's been a faster path. If I probably had not been in touch with them, then yes, I would have lost about another 6 to 8 months. It would have been prolonged that long. But as my mentors have been supportive and as my partners have been supportive in the trading field, sharing best practices, sharing good ideas with each other, you keep that motivational level up. Pretty good month. And out of 24 trading days, I think there were in the month of January, 23 trading days. I've had only three losses, which I'm going to show you on the screen now. And as a rule of thumb, I do not share my numbers, but I just want to show you that on from Jan till 31st, all right, we are going into futures and options. And as you can see, only three losses in the entire month. 23 trading days, only three losses. That is a fantastic record. Even as per my standards, it has taken a lot of time to come to this level of discipline. And the main reason is that you be in touch with your mentors, whoever you're choosing. I'm not saying take me as your mentor. I would love to mentor students, who are struggling with the trading, who are struggling with the methods that they're like trying to adapt. Basically, the main thing is you have to manage your emotions. You have to be emotionally strong. It is not about profit and loss. It's all about process. Are you working strictly on a 1:1 ratio? So 1:1 meaning if you are keeping, for me, I'll share my example. 25 points is my first take profit level, and 25 points or below is my stop loss level. I don't wait for it to, keep dragging down and then I average down and I wait for a push back up. No, that is the worst thing to do. You have to manage your 1:1. At times, yes, when there is a resistance building up, when it's going in my direction in the profit, I exit partial quantity and I wait. When I exit partial quantity, I wait, and if it comes back down to my stop loss level, which I keep trailing, and I exit. So you have to get out of a trade, of a losing trade on time. Always have the discipline. Keep your capital intact. The good wins will come, and the breakouts also will come. You just need to understand how to hold them. There are trades where once I take, there is no resistance level, so I just let it run. And when it runs, you've seen it in my videos. I've held trades for many hours together. I've held trades till 1:3 ratio, 1:5 ratio. You've seen all that. There are days when, everything works in your favor. But when it is not working in your favor, make sure that you don't have a long run of things not working in your favor. That is where, the confidence starts to drop. And you do not want to be a demotivated trader. Always keep your motivational levels up by talking to your mentors, talking to fellow partner traders. If you have a team, that's great. If three people are down, the energy of two people will lift everyone up. So always try to, work in collaboration with other traders. Not that you are trying to infuse your strategies on them. Sometimes there are, even in a 5-minute conversation, there is a talk for like 10-15 seconds which you share with each other that really, opens up your eyes, opens up your mind, and you feel relaxed. You get the stress out. Sometimes you need to open up yourself. So don't try and hold all that frustration in. You might have a bad run of 2 to 3 days. It's okay. You will bounce back. You will bounce back. Just stick to your process. Whatever process you have, if you think it's working for you, stick to it. Now see my January graph. I've showed you my December graph in the previous video. If you haven't, just go ahead and look at it. But overall in January, three lost days out of 23. For me, I think this was the best. And those three, I'll tell you why they happened. The only reason they happen is somewhere out of the bracket of my process, I traded and I made a loss. February, I've taken it as what do you say, a target, not to trade out of my process. I've seen what happens. December, I traded a lot out of my process. I made more losses than I did in January. In January, I restricted it a bit and I have only three losses. I'm not saying that I'll not make losses now. I will make losses, but if it's the losses within a process, that is fine. Because if you have a loss within the process, then it is a process issue. All right. So, and process issue has a 30%, 35% as per my strategies that deviation exists. So I'm okay with that. Even in this month, if I had a 35% losing rate, I'm still okay with that because I worked in the process. But somewhere I worked out of it, that's where I lost. And when I went back and checked, my losses would have been very small if I just stuck to my process trades. Now, in February, I am still expecting losses. There will be days when it doesn't go in your favor, but I'll be very happy to work within the process. Now, when I work outside the process and make a loss, then that is a people problem. See, there's a process problem, there's a people problem. Process problem is something that you are following a system. Sometimes it doesn't work, you're still okay. It's part of the process, you can say. But when it becomes a people problem, when it becomes a personal problem, then you know that there is something wrong with the psychology. You're trying to compulsively trade to either win back a profit that has reduced or you're trying to cover up a loss with a bigger position sizing and then you're saying, oh, you know what, I made it. 10,000 का लॉस था मैं उसको 12,000 कन्वर्ट करके 2,000 प्रॉफिट में बुक कर दिया. But people don't realize that that is not the method to trade because that 10,000 loss can expand to 22,000 also, 25, 30,000. I faced this in the past and I don't want to go back there again. All right. When you go on a journey to a place and you've had a very bad experience, obviously you will not go to that place again. Suppose I went to a city and I didn't like the atmosphere, I didn't like the people, I didn't like the food. Then again, when I'm trying to plan a trip, will I go back there again? I would not. I would choose another place. So if you had a bad experience somewhere, don't revisit that place. That's how trading has to be. All right. If you had a bad experience with over trading, don't do over trading. If you had a bad experience with oversizing your positions, don't oversize your positions. You can always make that money back if you're within the process. So here you have it, guys. January was a fantastic month. I have transitioned from a foolish trader to a better trader month on month. And as you can see the result, this is what I teach in my psychology classes to my mentees. Do not choose a mentor who talks about profits only. Choose a mentor who talks about psychology and process because if these two are set, the profits come. All right. Don't go with a mentor who talks about profits, money, and you can do this, you can do that, you can have a high lifestyle. See, SEBI reports have given that 90% lose. So are the 10%? Are you able to connect with them? Find out what is it that they stress on. If they have videos showcasing their lifestyle, I drive a Mercedes or a BMW, I have a big apartment or a house. Don't go with all that, yeah. Okay, materialism is anybody can show that. But if there is someone who's showing you a process, a method to trade, and is trying to train your psychology, go for it. So here you have it, guys. Proof that whatever I work on is benefiting me, and I'm very happy with this. So get in touch with me. Let's start talking. Let me understand your level of psychology. Let me understand your strengths and your weaknesses. Let's not focus on the weaknesses. Let's focus on the strengths because if you start giving more time to your strengths, your weaknesses automatically fade away. That is how the psychology class is that I sit with my students on. So do get in touch with me. Leave your email ID in the comment section. I will get back to you, or you can direct message me on my LinkedIn page. The link is in the description. Get in touch, guys. Thank you.